What is up, everybody? I'm Mr. Bobley. Welcome back to Dream Daddy. I totally didn't have to go back and do Matt's date because I accidentally loaded the wrong file before I did his and then Robert's, and then I had to redo his, so that was fun. Anyways, Damien and Hugo, we're gonna do Damien because it's gonna be weird. I was gonna sing something. Never mind. Damien seemed really interesting, a little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing and typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Oh, whoa, there's more. Wyatt, I must confess my excitement. What the fuck was his voice? Who fucking knows at this point? Alright, I'm just a little more flamboyant and a little Scottish. Wyatt, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me as in a gentlemanly manner, as I would have liked. I need to close that fucking thing. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and stroll around my garden. Please, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmark. Why does his last name have blood in it? I stare at the screen and reread the letter for several more times. Hey, Amanda. Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. What the fuck? You gotta be a good daughter and help me with that. No, can you interpret this for me?
Oh.
I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and mow or whatever and decided that what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? What the fuck is that word? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you will never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for high school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still got a B though. I did that in my English class. It was like, read this book, and I read like the first. I didn't even read the first page. I like opened it, and I was like, nope. Cliff notes, and then I pretty sure I got an A on my paper about it. I really just kind of fucking whatever. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over to me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards, yes. Wyatt. Amanda hits send and smiled at me. Well, I suppose that's that. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor, estate. The Gothic architecture looms above the home in the cul-de-sac. Yeah, what the fuck? I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. Oh, it's got one of those, I don't know if I know what those are called. I pull the large, ornately carved bat head on door knocker. There it is. And a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the voyeur, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. Okay, then. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Okay, we got... there's just a couple big skulls in there. That's a goat, and then there's a dog and somebody, and I'm assuming that's Damien. And there's a lot of food on that table, though. Wyatt, pleased to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What the fuck is wrong with you? What's with the door slamming shut?
Oh.
Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked. I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings. I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads you around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Throughout extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward. There's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling arched windows. From floor to ceiling arched windows, the walls are lined with packed bookshelves and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Look at the window, look at the butterflies. Good book, that's not. Look at the butterflies. I think those are kind of cool. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you his house sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. Ah, the pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. Take a book. You know, Wyatt, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the one cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
Oh my.
Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back on the shelf. Why did he have Naruto fan fiction in his library? That's a rare book from my private collection. From his private collection. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn!
Oh.
Did you know that the Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Wait, really? No, but the Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Please, will you join me for tea? I follow Damien to his sitting room where finger foods have already been set up upon a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
Oh.
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealthier class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers both to the later time of day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they're served. Oh. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. I want to say both of these. How do I do both? Oh, let's see. I want to call him his home, or I do like his cape. I like your cape. It's a cloak, actually, but thank you. Victorian fashion is very important to me. You pull it off quite well. Because you look like fucking Dracula. Oh, thank you. Regardless of my historical leanings, it's very important to me to present myself well. It has taken a long time to come up with a style that's both true to form and representative of myself. But I'm very happy with how I dress. I do get strange looks, yes, but it's something that brings me a great deal of joy, so I don't mind. To be able to wake up in the morning, pick from my closet a variety of cloaks, waistcoats, top hats, and even binders that are period appropriate feels amazing. You wear top hats?
Huh.
You don't? What got you so interested in goth stuff?
Oh.
Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Haha, did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's, you know, the song Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I don't know what the fuck that joke was. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into a sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who became before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. That's a good point. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there were many terrible things about the Victorian era, and try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all at the same time. Whatever, I was close enough to that. Tell me, Wyatt, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing and quite honestly rather attractive. Please do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. I like watching soap, making videos on the internet. Love me word jumbles. I learned how to juggle once. That's actually kind of true. I tried. I was at work one evening after we closed, and I was talking to the one dude. No, it wasn't evening. Maybe it was. I don't know. He was trying to teach me how to juggle in the parking lot, and that was fun. Gravity is an interesting thing, and I believe that juggling is the pinnacle of humankind's interaction with the gravitational arts. Interesting. I started out with scars, but now I'm comfortably juggling. Now I comfortably can juggle ball. What? Juggling pins is currently out of my purview. Damien looks at me quizzically. He shrugs it off. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beauty landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbiferum. The orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest. 3 cheers. Thou art the tightest. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Oh, shit. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? What the fuck is a snapdragon? Oh, those are snapdragons? I didn't know that's what a snapdragon was. What's a honeysuckle look like? I'm gonna go with snapdragons because I think those actually do look really cool. I just know what they were called. Because they're cute, and you can do that thing where you squeeze them so tight they look like they're talking. You squeeze, what the fuck? Maybe I looked up the wrong thing. No, that's right. Oh, okay. I kind of see how that works. I get what they're talking about now. What a lovely choice. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. He would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly a phone rings. Oh, Wyatt, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls his cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Really? Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I'd put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of a cherry tomatoes, and then immediately died. Oh, hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle. What?
Fix that guard.
No, what? Go! Wait, no, this doesn't go next. No, this goes next, right? I don't understand.
Out of time.
Oh, you could flip it? No, that's bullshit. I don't know what the controls are. No, I could have done it then. No, fuck you, game. Load this so I can go do it again. That's dumb. Why doesn't it tell you? Okay, now I'm gonna do it this time because now I understand how this fucking works. I didn't have to fucking rotate that one. Look, that was dumb. Woo, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Wyatt, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucien. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come to the school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh, no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucien's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go. Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, did I just do a... No, yeah? No? I can't remember these voices. There's so many of them. I'm very uncreative with the voices. Holy shit. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo. What is it this time? Oh. This Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall in step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down in darkness. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. That's his kid? Oh my god. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucien and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucien has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What's happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucien tried to kill me. Oh my. The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you to see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a sec, Lucien. Did you try to cask of Amontillado? Amontillado? I don't know how to pronounce the name correctly. Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him. What's the cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to his cellar with the promise of wine and of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucien, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit there still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Whatever. Dad. Whoa. It took you 20 minutes, son. We just did an entire 2 weeks unit on the cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize that Lucien was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? This is a good time to be fathering him right now, Hugo. I read the first 5 pages and then read a review of the movie. Sweet manchego. It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucien to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did it. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell... Don't do whatever that was again. You two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucien high five. Are you fucking kidding me? The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in intense silence. Holy shit. Fucking teenagers. Lucien, Damien, and I all pile into my car, and we begin to drive home. Lucien immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. It doesn't have a hood. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we could do that too. Oh. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucien continues staring at the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucien hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright, and all things considered, Lucien's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. Oh. There is that, yes. He probably, I really admire how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just went what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon? Oh. It would be my honor and pleasure. Damien blows with a flourish. Classy. Bows with a flourish. Blows? Fucking whatever. I come home and find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo! What you watching? Yeah. Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with amused expressions, both their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath shabby chick cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucien since he tried to. He lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of the fine vintage and then tried to brick him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me? Lucien live streamed the entire thing. Oh my god. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's character, but he really is good company and a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Oh my god. This game is the best. I love this game. Wow.
Have you considered taking part in the goth lifestyle?
Respect. Not a lot of good hobbying. Fang, darkness was real up. Poe, and afternoon tea. Well then, maybe I'm just a goth at heart. Interview with the vampire.
You've got dads.
Huh. Alright. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and or subscribe or down. It is up to you. You are an independent person. We're going to go on a date with Hugo next. And I'll see you all later.